What if I told you that a simple card reader company has quietly become one of the most powerful forces in Bitcoin? Today, we're diving deep into Block's incredible transformation. When I say Block, I'm also talking about Jack Dorsey. This is the same person who created Twitter. Block's transformation from a payment startup to a Bitcoin banking powerhouse. I'm Allison Sky LJ. In the next few minutes, we'll explore how Jack Dorsey's vision is literally redefining what money means in the digital age. We'll cover Square's payment foundation, Cash App's peer to peer revolution, their strategic Bitcoin integration, and why this matters for the future of money itself. This isn't just about a company pivot, this is about permissionless technology changing how we think about finance. But first, let's start where it all began. Back in 2009, accepting credit cards was a nightmare for small businesses. You needed merchant accounts, expensive terminals, sign-in contracts, and approval processes that could take weeks. Then came Square with a revolutionary idea. What if anyone with a smartphone could accept payments? That little white card reader wasn't just hardware, it was financial inclusion, innovation. The genius wasn't in the technology alone. Square made enterprise level payment tools accessible to everyone. Your neighborhood coffee shop could suddenly compete with Starbucks when it came to payment acceptance. Here's where it gets interesting. While competitors focused on US markets, Square looked globally. Now their international expansion has grown 25% compared to just 7% domestic growth. They saw something others missed. The world was ready for simplified payments. This foundation of trust, accessibility, and global thinking would become crucial for everything that followed because you can't revolutionize money unless people trust you with their money first. While everyone was focused on Square's merchant success, something bigger was brewing. Cash App launched in 2013, and by 2024, it was processing 218 billion in peer-to-peer payments annually. Peer-to-peer meaning from me to you, from you to your friend, to your family, and them to you. Here's what most people miss. This wasn't just about sending money to friends. Cash App cracked the code on something that traditional banks and even fintech competitors couldn't figure out: organic growth through social networks. Think about it. When was the last time you saw someone posting about their Bank of America transaction? Now, we have seen some stuff, but it might have been a scam, or you just never know. Some people, they could be oblivious to the fact. But when was the last time you really saw that? But Cash App transactions, they became a social moment. That $20 you send for dinner becomes a shared experience, and every transaction is marketing. This organic growth means dramatically lower customer acquisition costs compared to competitors who had to spend millions on traditional advertising. Literally, this was something that people were promoting because they're like, hey, I need to download this app called Cash App. I'm going to send you the money now. You don't have to wait 3, 4 days to go from your bank to your bank or any other Western Unions or any of those things, just Cash App. But Cash App's real genius is their four-pillar strategy, right? Pillar one, peer-to-peer network. They build communities, not just transactions. When your money moves through social connections like family and friends, people you know, like, and trust, it becomes a deeper connection than any traditional banking relationship. Pillar two, commerce tools. Seamless spending and earning and customizing. The Cash App card isn't just a debit card, it's an extension of your digital identity. Pillar three, banking features. Save, borrow, and invest. They're not replacing your bank, they're becoming your primary financial relationship. Pillar four, Bitcoin capabilities. And this is where it gets revolutionary. They positioned and are continuing to position Bitcoin not as speculation, but as everyday money. This four-pillar approach created something unprecedented: a financial platform that people actually want to use, not just need to use. Now we get to the real story. Since launching Bitcoin features, Cash App users have bought and sold 58 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's right, 58 billion worth of Bitcoin. But this isn't about speculation, it's about infrastructure. Look at the difference. Traditional crypto platforms look like trading desks. They look like you're logging on to your regular Fidelity account or Charles Schwab account, right? Cash App made Bitcoin feel like sending a text message. They moved the intimidation factor that kept mainstream users away from crypto. Most platforms want to keep your Bitcoin on their platform, but as we all know, in crypto or on the blockchain, the motto is not your keys, not your wallet. Cash App actively encourages you to withdraw to your own wallet. That's the difference between a custodial service like your regular bank and a Bitcoin company. Jack Dorsey didn't just add Bitcoin as a feature, he made it central to Block's identity. But the most exciting development is happening right now. Square sellers can now accept Bitcoin payments with instant settlement, either in crypto or converted to fiat. This isn't just about early adopters anymore. This is about giving every business Bitcoin capabilities. Imagine walking into any Square powered business and having the choice to pay with your card, your phone, or your Bitcoin. That choice becomes a competitive advantage for merchants because as a merchant, you can also decide to store Bitcoin or a portion of it as a reserve currency, just like the big boys, for your business, for your small business, even for yourself. Maybe 10%, like they say, stack sats. For merchants, Bitcoin transactions can offer lower fees than traditional credit card processing. For consumers, it's about financial sovereignty. For Block, it's about building infrastructure for the future of money. 44% of Block's 64.2 billion in payment volume comes from mid-market businesses. These aren't just small shops anymore. Established businesses are choosing Block over traditional payment processors, signaling a fundamental shift in how commerce views financial technology. Not only that, but your everyday person that is starting a venture, starting a business, they're easily able to just go on Cash App, create a business account, and start processing just like that. This aligns perfectly with Jack Dorsey's long term thesis. Bitcoin isn't just digital gold, it's the foundation for a more equitable financial system. Block isn't just adopting Bitcoin, they're building the rails for Bitcoin's mainstream adoption. For consumers, this means hyper personalized Cash App card offers. Shop at shop at Square merchants frequently. Get targeted cashback. Support local businesses. Get exclusive access to new locations. The data flywheel creates value for everyone. This isn't just vertical integration, it's ecosystem orchestration. Every piece makes every other piece more valuable. Jack Dorsey's newest project, Bitchat, is a messaging app that works without internet using Bluetooth mesh networks. So basically, in layman terms, using Bluetooth. All right. And the reason why it's using Bluetooth is because you can access and still do transactions over Bluetooth without needing the internet. So you can be offline, and as long as you have Bluetooth on your phone, you can still send Bitcoin to another person that's in that proximity of the Bluetooth. Built in a weekend but representing deeper principles, decentralized, censorship resistant communication that works even when governments shut down the internet. It signals Block's commitment to permissionless technology beyond just payment. Now, let's be honest about the risk, okay? Because no business or investment thesis or period, just even the overview is complete without understanding the challenges. Now, there is a sentiment, right, with people who have been a part of what is now coined Cash App scams, okay? So, as always, as you can see, it's not the company that is scamming or the infrastructure, It's people targeting people and taking advantage of what may seem like a loophole. This may also be because of how Cash App's customer support is set up, along with a list of people who genuinely have no idea what the scam is about. They just got caught off guard, and between their bank and Cash App, possibly ended up taking a huge loss. So, as always, with anything financial, use your own discernment and discretion. And if you get a weird call and they're telling you don't text anybody, don't contact anyone, just listen to me or just do this, uh-uh. I'll talk to you later, Jack. And just end the call. You ain't even gotta say just end the call. All right, block the number. All right. So where is all this heading? Block's vision is ambitious, becoming the complete financial operating system for individuals and business. The future of money is permissionless, programmable, and global. Block is building the infrastructure for the future. As anything in life, we'll see as the world continues to evolve. But for now, just know you have money right in your hand. Every day, you have this big system in your hand. And once you see it like that, hey, you probably can go into the stocks and maybe buy a few stocks because there's no telling where the stock will be in a few years. Or, do whatever you need to do. Use Cash App more, be more comfortable with it or not. It's just like everything. You use discretion, you just use discernment, and there are pros and cons. I think there are pros and cons with banking as well, right? Scams didn't start with Cash App. Hey, people have been doing scams forever. Before banks, before any of this internet stuff probably was around too. So it's just about paying more attention because as we become more connected, sometimes we may let our guards down and get comfortable, and that's the thing, right? So stay on guard with your own money, right? It's about ownership too. But anyway, we'll see as the world continues to evolve. Until then, this is Allison Sky LJ, API, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.